How we think, I think, is a process of asking ourselves three questions. The first question is, what is happening? That's the first question we ask ourselves. The next thing we ask, what does it mean? And then based on the meaning we give, we ask ourselves, as a reaction real quick, what should I do about it? Of these three things, what I'm most interested in as I see people are different is, what does it mean? Based on the meaning we give to something, we take certain actions. Would you agree with me so far? So if we hear noise outside, let's say an explosion of some sort, we all listen, what's happening? Okay, it's an explosion. What does it mean? One person may think, oh, somebody dropped something. One person may think, oh, it's a terrorist attack. One person may think, it's just some pipe that exploded. Whatever meaning you're going to give, you're going to react differently. One person may go under the table. One person may run out. One person may just not give it any importance. What's really interesting is how these meanings create a reaction as we grow older in life, and then we program ourselves to survival mode or a prosperity mode. You see, the brain almost subconsciously, if we go into the subconscious and the conscious mind, the conscious mind, the alert, analytical, intellectual mind versus subconscious, emotional, the reaction kind of reflex to things. This is survival, and you find people stuck. They are their worst enemies, and you find some other people into prosperity. Okay, prosperity. Oh, nothing can get me down. I can do it all over again. Oh, you can lose it all and start again. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll pay it this way, and then I can find, oh, it's a challenge coming. I can take it to my advantage. And other people like, I don't want to deal with the problem. I don't want to face this thing. I would rather avoid it, etc., etc. So I believe that this, if it becomes bigger and more powerful in our psyche, if you will, without realizing it, it can really stop us. And it has a lot to do with the meanings we give. Now, to elaborate a little bit more about meaning, you see, the same thing is happening, yet people are giving different meanings. I'll give you a perfect example. I ran hotels for many years. I was with Hilton Hotels when I left the billionaire. You know my story. I worked for a billionaire. Then I left him, and I went to do a lot of things in real estate flipping and trading the stock market and working with Hilton to handle problems. So I would go into projects 90 days, 6 months, somewhere around the country, and would turn the hotels around. And I remember I was in Atlanta at the Sheraton, it was called Sheraton Century Center. And there was a fire alarm at 3 in the morning. Now I used to stay in the hotels. So at 3 in the morning, around that time, middle of the night, fire alarm goes off, and it had an atrium, and when the fire alarm goes off, there were like fans that would just start and would hit like this. So it was the fire alarm going, and you hear these fans going. It was very scary. And I remember opening the door of my room, and I see everybody coming up with their just clothes and just their pajamas and stuff. Everybody runs out, and we stand outside. Now, I'm in charge of the hotel at the time, so I have to go and see what the problem is. Interestingly enough, as I go back and tell the customers everything is okay, it was just a little pot of coffee that was left in the safe department, and it just melted, it was on, melted, and created this fire thing. People give it different meaning. One person said to me, this fire alarm is great, it's so loud, it can save everybody's life. You guys run a good hotel. The other person, you guys are a bunch of idiots. Nobody could turn off the coffee before you go to sleep. They gave it different meanings. We're incompetent, we're competent, we're great, we're horrible, etc. So now, think about it. I would like you for a moment to brainstorm, which the brainstorming will go like this. Individually, you will write down for a few minutes what affects how we give meanings to people, to things, to events. What causes somebody to give a different meaning than another? And I'll just help you with reasons we give different meanings. Could it be based on education? Could it be based on culture? Are we in agreement on this? Could it be based on age, health? Could it be? Now I want you to write as much as can come to your mind.